Alright. Hello everybody and welcome to New Super Lucky's Tale. Now I could be like introducing the game and telling a whole kind of story about the game before we get into it. Except there's a 2.5 minute cutscene to sit through in the beginning, so plenty of time to get into that once we start in the run. So instead I will ask for the game, I'll ask for confirmation on this. How's the incentive looking?
Well, I'm proud to say it has been met. It has been met by a $50 donation from Tiny Tim. So we will attend the Soggy Boggy Boys concert.
Oh, thank you, Tim. Very appreciated, because those $50 are going to be worth your time. Because I'm going to preface this by saying, no matter how badly I'm going to break this game, the Soggy Boggy Boys we're going to be seeing after this is going to be more broken. So with that, I'm ready to get this underway. Time's going to start right here on when I press confirm for a new game. So let's go in 3, 2, 1, go! So, this is New Super Lucky's Tale.
It started with the destruction of our home.
It started with the destruction of our home. Or our runs, in case of speedrunners. Anyway, this is New Super Lucky's Tale, remake of the 2015 game Super Lucky's Tale, which was released for PC and the Xbox One.
The Book of Ages.
This was originally released in November of 2019, exclusively on the Switch. However, in August of 2020, it was released on PS4 and Xbox One as well. As was announced previously, it was teased it was coming, then it was a release date confirmed, and then in August 2020 it actually came out. Now, know that I haven't mentioned PC, despite actually playing this on PC. So as such, so PS4 and Xbox One was the only thing that was teased ahead of time, but on the actual release day, the developers took us completely by surprise by also releasing it on PC. Specifically Steam, Microsoft Store / Xbox Game Pass, and the Epic Games Launcher. That matters because there's a difference, because they're not all equally fast. I'm playing on Steam. Epic Games Launcher is the slowest of the 3 PC versions, and Xbox Game Pass is the fastest. For all kinds of reasons. So the original game, yeah, this is a platformer, 3D platformer. There's also 3D/2D. You know, think like Mario 64, think Banjo-Kazooie, Crash Bandicoot, all those good things. So, with this game, the original game has this enhanced remake completely built from scratch. So the physics and the mechanics and everything are slightly different. In the original game, you had to collect a certain amount of total pages throughout the entire game to unlock all the bosses, similar to games like Mario 64. However, this game has page requirements for bosses per individual world. So the first world, Sky Castle, needs pages from specifically Sky Castle, second world, Veggie Village, specifically pages from Veggie Village, and so on. This has made routing quite interesting for the any percent category. And yeah, in the original game, the main levels also unlocked one by one. In this game, all the levels are open right from the get-go, which again makes routing very interesting. And this being an enhanced remake, completely built from scratch, also gave way to a certain glitch that completely broke this game wide open, and is the main reason that this game is an excellent speed game. I'm going to be demonstrating it right off the bat as we get thrown in here. Also, yeah, we started time here with the cutscene. On PC, we're allowed to use a save file that's literally only watch the cutscene, and then start time on continue with the timer starting at 2 minutes 46 seconds, 0.90. And yeah, using that save file, we press continue to start and then get dropped off right here with the intro to our first level, Heavy Heads. It's the only 3D level that we're gonna do because the game forces you to do this level first. But you're gonna see a lot of it, because we're gonna be 100%ing this. A lot of the any percent routing revolves on playing as few stages as possible, so we're gonna 100% the stages that we play most of the time.
Come on.
So burrowing is fast. It's faster than running. And yeah, here's the glitch. Bonking into a wall, swiping and jumping. Rinse and repeat. Now I'm staying a little to the left of the door because the gap in this is a kind of a weird U shape. And I'm gonna collect coins here because this in these main stages, there's 4 types of pages you can collect. The main page you get for beating the stage. And then there's a coin page for collecting 300 coins, akin to your like 100 coin stars. A lucky page for collecting 5 lucky letters, L-U-C-K-Y. And a hidden page, which you get for completing a special objective. Or like the pages out in the open, hidden somewhere. Therefore, hidden page. So this is Heavy Heads. We meet the villain, the first villain of the game, Master Mittens. And yeah, we have to bring these golem heads back. We bring this one back first. Yeah, we're gonna pick up this pink gem. There's 4 different types of coins. There's single coins which are worth 1, big coins which are worth 10. The pink gems are worth 25, and the big diamonds are worth 50. Gonna not spend too much time in this cage. I want to stand on this bush. Bonk up, do a small bonk up there and get up to the sea. Get these 2 10 coins. Oops. Misjudged this a little bit, but there we go. Game's broken, so we can save it. There's a pink gem right there. Home in on the bumper here, get bounced up and open this up. Spamming the jump button in hopes of getting up there where the K is. Now the coin count I'm aiming for here is 150. I've got 152, which is a little more than normal, so I can just make my way back here. Thank you for not touching me, Mr. Worm. And there we go, that's the second head done. So normally, so you're not supposed to actually get up to that area that way. There's a little sub area you can go into, but it's slow, there's loading screens, so we just avoid that. Now I'm gonna go here, get these boxes and hit that switch. It's gonna lower the platform and spawn the U, but we're not gonna pick it up just yet. We're gonna jump on your head, hit this boy for coins, break these boxes, hit that boy for coins. Pick up this orb. And this orb is very important. Because this is going to open up the sub area where this hidden page is. So, I'm going to spawn this in here, burrow, get those coins, and get the U, and then the cutscene will transport me here. So that's how we get the U without losing any time. So yeah, they're called foxholes. I did not make that up. And yeah, now we got a little bit of an enemy gauntlet. We just basically in his hitbox, we defeat him immediately. Jump at the right time. We can defeat both at the same time. I got like 2 jumps, which is an ideal. Home in on the platform, and what I'm doing right now is sliding. Anytime you try to burrow on a surface you can't burrow, so on any kind of hard surface, you slide instead, which is also faster than running, than normal running. So we're going to be sliding and burrowing as much as possible throughout this. Now again, more bonk hopping. This is a main theme, the main trend going to be here. Hit that sign for good luck. Get the Y there. That gives us all the pages. We have all the coins. Now a thing that can happen here is this area in the middle with the statue and the bell and the heist. That can completely disappear for reasons completely unknown. We call it the deload glitch. It happens very randomly. You have certain theories about how it happens, why it happens, coming out of that foxhole from the sub area with the hidden page, and having your camera a certain way or turning your camera. We've had theories, but nothing has been proven consistent so far, so it's just kind of hope and pray. And yeah, doing all that is what spawns the main page here. You want to slide in a specific way here so you don't get slammed down by these small upward slopes. Now, I need to get ready here, because I'm going to be doing a bit of a special thing here. I'm going to spam through this, and we're going to close the game. And then reopen it. This is a thing we call alting. It involves pressing Alt F4 to close the game. You know, classic press Alt F4. And yeah, then we're gonna load back in, press continue. And now we're back here in the hub. Now it says, now on the show on the door there, it's not really visible, but the door still says we need 8 pages. But in the top right of the screen you can see we have 4 out of 22. So there's a... So after you beat a level and you get pages, there's a about 20-second cutscene of showing the door and counting down the pages you've collected. We skipped that, but there's also an overworld cutscene with mittens that we skipped this way. And with my hardware and me playing the Steam version, that's the only place where it's faster. Runners with better hardware and faster versions generally do this in more stages. Right, so this is Dungeon Run. This is an auto runner. I'm holding the stick because I'm used to doing that. But the game is automatically moving me forward. These were bonus stages in the original game, but in this remake, they've made them. Yeah, they turned it into full stages where you can get like 4 different pages, as with every other main stage. So it's more or less an auto-scroller, except we can speed it up by doing homing dives. One thing I haven't explained yet is that you can things like bumpers and enemies, you can home in onto them, and it will boost you forward. So we call that a homing boost. So it's an auto-scroller, but you can speed things up, and you know there is time discrepancy that you can get based on how well you're playing. And yeah, because we skipped the door counting cutscene earlier, it counts down here. Luckily, it doesn't lengthen the cutscene. Unfortunately, it takes a while for us to get control back here. There we go. And now we're on our way to the boss of our first world here, Sky Castle. Yeah, on good hardware you can actually Alt F4 on after Dungeon Run as well. Because then this male golem guy will not be here, and then you'll skip that cutscene as well. But yeah, regardless of how many pages you get, the door countdown cutscene takes the same amount of time every time. Now this is gonna be the first boss. It's pretty straightforward. I'm just gonna show you what happens on the first page, explain what's gonna happen on subsequent phases, and yeah, hand over the mic to Olvin for a second. So, first stage of this fight is he's gonna spawn dark golems here. Hit them and hit them away. Oh. Then
right.
get to this. Right. Now we're gonna get fireballs fired at us. It's scary, so I'm just gonna not bother with dodging it. More bunk hop memeing. There we go, Wolford. You can take the mic now. Alright, next step. Yeah, go.
Okay, so we have a $25 anonymous donation without a comment. Thank you very much for that donation, because these $25 are going towards the IL World Records in Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. And if I refresh this, well, it turns out that we have actually met the incentive. So we're going to see some IL World Records on Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze.
So yeah, those golems, you hit back at them, they always spawn in the same place. So we know where they are, and as you could see during the fireballs coming straight at me, if I stand in that specific spot, they will just bounce over me. And then at the end I went up to Mittens and swiped him to make him like fall a little bit sooner. It's like a 1-second time save. And that's the end of Sky Castle. That's one world down, 4 to go. We get put into Veggie Village, which is for most people the most reset heavy world. Listen, we love it. We love these games. As speedrunners, we love the games we play most of the time. But not every game is perfect. In fact, most games aren't perfect. And as such, we're gonna do a more disliked portion of the run. but one we do because it's fast. Some call these levels Super Lucky Ball, but I feel like that does a disservice to Super Monkey Ball, so I'm not gonna call them that and just call them ball mazes. This is the first type of bonus level we do, because we need 10 pages to unlock the boss here, which is like every main stage has 4 pages, so doing 2 of those would give us 8 pages in total, and then we need 2 more. And yeah, doing these short levels, it's just faster because they're short and their loads are also really short. If you were playing this on console, you would actually be doing a 3D level called Egg Roll and get 2 pages in that stage. Because of the loads being longer, doing Egg Roll instead of 2 bonus levels, that's faster. But on PC, the loads are short enough that doing this is faster. So it's also a bit of different routing depending on whether you're playing on PC or console. Yeah, we do get these extra cutscenes with the door as well. But yeah. Alright, so now we got our first 2D level. We're gonna mainly be playing 2D levels because they are faster to get multiple pages in compared to 3D levels. Now, Lucky's tail has a really big swipe. Yes, you saw that right. I grabbed that L through the floor. Jump over this. I'm gonna be doing a little death abuse here. I'm gonna hit this checkpoint. Get this. Get the hidden page there. Normally you're supposed to hit the switch that raises it up, but you can just go there and grab it. I'm actually gonna take some extra time here to get that heart, so I have two life going into this. Hit this to open up the sub area here. Right, go over this. And yeah, now we have a timer challenge where we need to collect all the points here before the time runs out. Alright, be careful because I am low on health. And now we carry on our merry way. Holding boost onto that guy. And I just barely missed it. So this entire level revolves around this K cycle that goes around. I unfortunately barely missed it, so I now have to wait the entire cycle. Luckily, conveyor belts are fast. Now here's a little trick here. If I place the apex of my jump underneath this red pipe and dive down, I dive into the foreground to grab the Y. Shout out to Mooshpaw for finding that setup. So I'm a few coins short for the 300, so just get this 25 gem and we're good. Gonna go under. You can bonk hop over this, but going under is faster. That's the end of Piggy Peril. Aside from me waiting for the K cycle, getting a bad K cycle, and also going out of my way to grab a heart earlier on in the stage, I was alright. That is something I can be satisfied with. Alright, 5 pages left to collect. We're gonna go to another 2D level to collect 4 more, and then 1 more ball stage. Yeah, 1 more ball stage to get the 10th and final one.
Do you want me to read a donation?
Oh yeah, if there's a donation, go for it.
Okay, we have a $10 donation from Warwick STL, saying, "Hey Double, you should know that we need a Soggy Boggy Boys concert in our lives. Good luck on the lucky run." And this $10 donation will go half towards Metal Gear Solid Save Meryl, $5 towards it, and finally, on Final Fantasy, the second half, the $5 other dollars on Final Fantasy IV, with the music selection of the original soundtrack of Final Fantasy IV. Thank you for your donation.
Shout out to Warwick, he's an awesome guy. yeah, thank you very much for that donation. So yeah, what I did at the start is I went back and got the L. I took an L. I'm gonna bounce up to get these high coins. This is probably the hardest time challenge in the game because it's actually pretty strict. But yeah, I did a little death abuse there. Right, I'm gonna dive up, constantly jumping and diving. There's a reason for that I'll get into in a little bit. I'm gonna stay under here. Let's go underneath all these. Big balls. Now let's see if I can get the what we call the insta climb. Right, hit that. You have to jump. You can't hit it from the floor. Insta climb. Didn't get it. If you do it right, you can get on that. Right. So this is why I was doing the diving earlier that I hinted to. Is you can just damage boost through it. If you're diving, which is doing the burrow button in midair. And if you hit something, you keep your momentum. You don't get the pause from the getting hit animation. Now there's a bumper on the right, but going over the left side is faster if you do it in one try, which I did. Going left side and then bonk hopping up. Alright, solid stuff. Also, right, yeah, can't complain, honestly. No deaths. Dying in the Veggie Village stages is more common than you think it would be. And yeah, this is the more difficult of the two ball mazes that we do. So we collect that batch of coins first, and here we need to be very careful to not hit these little launchers before we get all the coins here, or fall off. That one we can just go, wait a little bit. So yeah, you can imagine that you can lose quite a bit of time by missing coins and having to go back for them just like that. Also, we're playing in English here. There's actually an interesting little thing about the languages. Is the original Switch on the original Switch version of the game, when it was during the times where it was a Switch exclusive, we would play in Japanese because the usual there's less text boxes because you can say more in a text box with Japanese characters. The reason we're playing in English here is because on the PS4, Xbox One and PC versions of the game, if you start a new game and you have your game language set to something else, also this was not meant to happen. It's happened before. It wasn't meant to happen. But yeah, that's a costume. You can buy costumes, but the cutscene takes time, so we try to avoid that in any percent. But yeah, as I was saying, when you start a new game, the game resets the game back to whatever your system language is. It doesn't do it on Switch, but it does do it on PS4, PC, and Xbox One. We don't know why, but it's just something we deal with. Here we have Tess, Steve's favorite girl. Shout out to Steve TV Online, top tier runner of this game. Steve's favorite character of the Kidding Litter. And mine as well, but don't tell him. Alright, so now the optimizations in this fight is hitting switches. There's gonna be switches that are coming up. And just like that, by standing in the right spot, you can hit two at the same time. Missed it on the second time. Now we get B phase. There's gonna be these bees that get spawned in. And yeah, but just homing, diving onto them is the fast way to get rid of them. Then for the second phase, I want to stand here. And then the claw comes in, ow. So yeah, that's all the fight is. It just, the front comes forward, and then it does that claw attack And in the third phase, it's just gonna do that claw attack twice. Yeah, we have to switch it in that order. Then we get another B phase. Then here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And for this third phase, I want to stand here, in this corner. Wait for the attacks to come in. Hit both of these, stand here, wait for this one. And then go over, hit these two in the corner, and there we go, that is it. Now there's actually a small optimization I can do here by going to the middle. The cannons lower immediately, Tesh gets ejected, and fight ends. If you stay still, it actually takes a while for it to happen. There's certain things you can do to actually make that initiate faster, and going from there to the middle is one of them. That was World 2 already. We've been going on quite a decent pace, I would say. Now we get on World 3. Restful Retreat. Now I mentioned Veggie Village had the most resets of the game, but even if you get out of Veggie Village, we're not out of reset territory yet. You know, Restful Retreat and Quantum Chris, world record holder for any percent in this game, and a couple other categories as well. We were memeing. One day, and then through some weird coincidence, we came to call this world Resetful Retreat. Because there's a very reset-heavy stage coming in. Remember the stage where I talked about the K cycle? Imagine a stage full of those. But first, we need to do some more bonus levels, because just like Veggie Village, we need 10 pages here, so 2 main stages and 2 bonus levels. Puzzle level, except we're not going to do the puzzle. We're bonk coupling along the front wall here to avoid dialogue coming in. And if I get my setup right, which I did, is bonk up along the front wall, then land on the wall that blocks you from getting the page, go to the middle, off to the right, and land on top of the page. Everyone has like their own little setup for getting these consistently, and that's mine. It's not the most optimal, but it's one that is semi-consistent. It's consistent if I manage to get the setup, but... Right. So now we're going into Ladder Match of the Mind. Now, one thing I haven't mentioned yet is that it was revealed during the... Actually, I'll explain the stage first, because this is the Super Cycle Heavy stage. I think you can tell. So we're only going to hit specific stages. We're going to do a lot of bonk hopping to skip otherwise mandatory stuff. Get the U there. Line up. And get up here. Up here. Oh, no. You can see things can go downhill very easily. I'm not going to make that cycle, so I'm just going to hang out here. And now I'll go for it. Get up here, bounce up, bounce up. Alright, so now we got another timer challenge. This will get us the hidden page. So yeah, use Lucky's massive swipe hitbox to get a bunch of these coins at once. I missed one. There we go. Now we need to get out of here. Right, break these boxes, because the coin ride for this is very tight. Bonk up here, transfer over, bonk up again. I do want that coin. Oh. Oh no, I need to go this way first. Get the C and this money. Swipe. There's a lot of mid-air stalling you can do, which really helps here. Right, get all these 10 coins, that will spawn the K. Get up here, and then get this. Alright, doesn't really matter which side you go. But that was really good. That's the best I've ever done that sequence. Get all the coins and it spawns a ping jump, which gets you 25. Alright, get up here. Bonk up here. And that's 300. Cool. Which is very important that I get 300 there, because there's no coins past this point. More bonk hopping. Right, this cycle lined up nicely. Just damage boost to get up here, get around. Bonk hop, and done. Practice paid off, because I've mainly been practicing this this stage right here. During practice before this. And none of my practice rounds of this stage went that well. I am quite happy that ladder went as well as it did. So, what I interrupted myself with was the routing changes this game has seen. What I was going to say is that it was revealed during the cuts reveal, and UKSG staff, please don't get mad at me for mentioning this, because there's a purpose to it, I promise. This game was supposed to happen last UKSG and it didn't. And the reason I mention that is because it works in this game's favor, because a bunch of routing changes and optimizations have been found between the last UKSG and this one. So it works to the game's benefit. See, that's me messing up my setup. That's the dialogue you get. Which is like 2-ish seconds. And the biggest routing changes here, the stage I just did and these two puzzle stages, we didn't used to do that. We did a stage called Melon Madness, which is a 2D stage. The other 2D stage in this game. Or in this world. And yeah, we rerouted it to include ladder instead of that one, instead of Melon Madness, and then get different puzzles because of where we go in the overworld. And yeah, I also mentioned egg roll. We used to do it on PC as well, but we took that out. Now this is Crawlwalk Run, an auto-scroller with a lot of conveyor belts that you can use to your advantage. I'm missing quite a bit of coins, which is not great. I need to go out of my way to collect some extra coins. Because if I miss a page here, we're in trouble. Alright, get the secret page here. I'll grab those two real quick. We should still be safe for... There's a 50 gem at the end. Yeah, I have 250, there's a 50 gem at the end. We'll be fine. Price is averted. Alright, hit that switch. And grab this 50 gem and we're good. So yeah, I missed exactly 10 coins basically. Normally I have 276 at that point. So yeah, that was another auto runner. In case you couldn't tell. And now we got the 10 pages we need. Now, more on routing changes and optimizations here. This used to be the longest and most boring auto-scroller of the entire run with boss fights, but it's kind of turned into the most broken one. So what's supposed to happen here is you get Fluffy, Lieutenant Fluff and stuff, who is the big white cat, and then there's General Buttons, the small angry cat. What's supposed to happen is Fluffy tries to crush us, then we get fireballs fired at us from the side, similar to the Mittens fight. Then they shoot bombs towards the stage so we can hit back at them to register a hit. Then we get bomb cats, which are flying cats that have a bomb that will throw it at you. And rinse and repeat from there. But we're gonna cutting out some of the phases of the fight by chaining 2 hits together in such a way that we'll actually register 2 hits within a single phase. So I'm supposed to stay here and avoid this, but we have different plans here. gonna kind of hang out here. Alright, so there's actually a reason I went to the boat as early as I did. Normally I go to the boat right away, but I wanted to at least show it. That's because if you go later on, you lose control of the camera. Your camera gets fixed, but because I did this now, I have control of the camera. I can see these fireballs go, I can see when they end, and prepare to hit this cannon. Then I'm gonna jump off so I get respawned back here and hit him again. Now it's very important that I kill this third bomb cat that spawns, hit him with his own bomb. I missed it once, so I don't know. Yeah, I think I missed it. Let's see what we get here. Yeah, I missed it. So because I didn't hit the first bomb back, it didn't cut things off. Normally, Fluff and stuff would have teleported back and then also jumped at us. But now we get to show this off. So you got lucky. Smells. Spells it out. With not one, not two, but 3 exclamation points. So unfortunately I failed the skip. So yeah, now we're gonna do this the normal way. This loses about a minute, which is very unfortunate. So normally the fight would have been over after that third hit. So this is all time loss that's pouring in right now. So I guess I'll hand it over to Olvin to read out some more donations, or if there are any, or some other informational stuff.
Sure thing. So, what do we have right now? We have our next incentive, which is the mission select glitch run on Sonic the Hedgehog 2006, because everything else has been met so far. If you want to see that at the end of the run, say 10 to 15 minute run basically, you can donate $75 in the next 3 hours until it arrives. And on the other side, I would like to thank ESA for supporting this marathon, because they not only provide us with their channel for streaming, they're also sharing gear, technical assistance, and also the sponsors. And there's an event that will arrive very soon on the ESA channel, which is the Break the Record Live Sonic Adventure DX Edition between the 30th of October and the 1st of November, which is next week. It's next weekend. So if you want to see this very good event with our good friend Argic at the commentary, don't hesitate to check out ESA's channel next week.
And the SADX speedruns as well. It's a great game and a great speedrun. Alright, so now we're in Gilly Island. This was originally DLC in the main Rip the Sandcastle. This was DLC in the original Super Lucky Still. In this remake, it's been made part of the main story. There's a second DLC, Foxington, which is also included in this game, which is a post-game thing. So we're not playing that today. I try to bonk hop in such a way that I don't bonk hop optimally there to climb as high as possible. I try to keep Lucky on screen to help me with the setup for the puzzles that I mentioned before. Because we've gone more, so while we've done 3 out of 5 worlds, we've done more than 60% of the game, because worlds 4 and 5, Gilly Island, and as we'll later see, Hauntingham, they're the shortest worlds. Gilly Island here only requires 6 pages, mainly due to having a main level less. So I decided to adjust the requirement. There we go. Second puzzle done. And Huntingham only requires 4. So we've done more than 60% of the run. And yeah, similar to the previous worlds, we play the minimum amount of main stages and then bonus levels to get the rest. So we've gotten our bonus levels, now we're gonna get into 3 cannon salute. Sorry about the game audio cutting out there. Game's weird sometimes. Right, so now we're gonna salute. So another timer challenge here. I do homing dives here to make sure I land on the birds properly. I do need that coin to get this. Jump up here and then go over. One thing I haven't mentioned yet is defeating enemies gives you 3 coins. And yeah, right as I did before with grabbing things through the floor, we can also grab things through walls if they're thin enough. Now, if I do this right, I'm gonna explode both of these sets of barrels at the same time. Stay here for a while and now move away. Boom. You can do it with the first shot if you do it right, but I wasn't sliding at the start. Now here we have a pretty nice glitch, if I can pull it off. Okay. And... oh, still not getting it. Alright. Alright, so if you do it right, you clip through. You clip through that. Right, so now I need to land in between here. And I can grab that C through the floor. So yeah, shoutouts to Metoxy who found that Cabana clip. Unfortunately I wasn't able to show it off. I do need that K, so let me get back up here. Game please. I would like to play the video game. Thank you. Right. That's fine, there's a checkpoint right here. Doesn't matter that I got hit there. Slide off and go in here. This will get us the hidden page. Ow. I would like the money, please. So one thing I haven't mentioned before is you can kill your upward momentum as well by sliding. And no camera lock. Sometimes the camera can think you're still in the sub area and lock it to that. Fortunately, using the diving back in and then back out fixes that. Right. Land on that bird, and yeah, we have another timer challenge here. There's the 300 coins. Hit those boxes to restore my health. And now a warship is arriving to a very happy jingle. Alright, so if I stand in specific spots here... okay, that did not work. I think it's here underneath the barrel. Yeah, I will blow up that one. Alright, a little further. There we go, that's all 3. Alright, so that was 3 cannon salutes. Had quite some trouble in places, but we made it to the end, so we get to move on. Oh, game's acting up again. It is a worrying trend, because the worst that can happen to that is it stopping accepting my controller. Let's hope and pray that that doesn't happen. Right, so now we got the Meowmlade boss. Now, as with most bosses, aside from Restful Retreat, if you break the heck out of it, this boss fight is pretty straightforward. So I'll just leave you to it and shut up because this music is awesome. Give it a listen. Right. What you can also do is download the OST and listen to it. Get the OST, it's available. Get some lucky tunes to listen to. So it's actually swiping in midair because that can hit and register hits faster than being on the floor because of a weird property of the disco ball. If you swipe repeatedly like this, you kind of just get knocked up by the disco ball as well. You can just kind of hover there while you're tail swiping. And yeah, I'm leaving these bees alive for a bit so you can see them swinging and enjoying the music as much as I hope you guys are. Right, so now the second laser phase, not too different. It's just that this mechanic of putting damaging floor is gonna get added to this. Well, you know, pretty much half the stage still is safe, so not too big of a bother. Should be 3 cycles, and then I should be able to damage it. So yeah, stay in midair here again, get the 3 hits, and then watch him go up. Right. Oh. I was trying to bounce on him because that can also keep you in midair. Because when it ends, it all adds up, and every enemy that gets defeated also gives you a heart, so it's they're fine to die here. Now I'm gonna do a little special thing here. Is what I like to call stall bonk hopping. By going for the wall, waiting a little bit before going the wall, I can just basically maintain my height while these cycles go off. Oh, and let me get these hits. And yeah, that was the Miamole boss fight. Shoutouts to me still not having the achievement for getting that fight damageless. Now we're into the final world. Now this level, as I mentioned before, this world requires 4 pages and that's 4 main levels. And a couple bonus stages, right? So, you know, you'd be, the simple thing would be, like, just play since that's 4 levels, just play every level and get the main page, right? Because this game has, like, some sequencing to it. This is where we're locked to a single level every time. Because there's level 2 behind those bars, and yeah, we need a ticket to the train, and we're gonna get that ticket in Carnival Court here. You know, I've said it many times before, game's broken, so we're gonna be skipping the last 2 levels. We get 2 pages in this stage and 2 pages in the next. Yeah, the only stages we don't 100% in any percent run. We're gonna get the main page and the coin page, and there's an all main levels category, which is the same as any percent, but you play all the main levels. That does the main page for everything, and there's actually a different route for it with the mini games that you play that get you tickets. As you can see here, we need 3 tickets to unlock the page here. And here we have our host Clive the Barker. As a little shout out to Clive Barker. Alright, unfortunate. I was not meant to hit that. I was meant to skip that. That's what I was doing there, but got the dialogue anyway. So get up here first. Landing on the thing, because this is the thinnest sign in the world. Alright, gonna wait for these to revolve around. Yeah, this is minigame number 1. Missed the coin. Alright, that's actually never happened before, that I only got one of the 2 coins when using homing dice on this. In any case, we did it. I'm sorry about the audio cutting out constantly. This is something that's just happening. Can't really do anything about it. Maybe should have given my game a restart before starting this run. Oh well. It's not affecting gameplay yet, so we'll keep going. Yeah, we got those coins. Bonk up our way up here. Now there's actually a thing I'm doing there, is which we call neutral bonk hopping. On the Switch, what we would mainly do is just hold the stick towards the wall the entire time. And just do the bonk hop inputs. Except on PC that doesn't work nearly as well. So what we do instead is let go of the stick as we bonk. And then we press the stick at a specific time again. Now we're gonna dive into this one. This is ticket number 3. Because there's a bit of an enemy gauntlet here. And enemies, as I mentioned before, give us 3 monies. Oh, that was a moment of the game stopping taking my inputs. Caused me to take a damage. Fortunately, a heart spawns after you beat that stage, so I can just get it. Alright, gonna play it safe here and stall in the air for a while before homing onto these guys. Alright, gonna land on that platform and... Alright, get him. Good. Alright, so now I need those pink gems over here to get up to 300. Alright, get in here, because there's boost pads here that boost my my burrow speed. There's actually an old trick that we used to do, the cutscene you could see in the intro. It would trigger there if you were to skip it. We would go around it and do a bunch of things. Yeah, we would do a bunch of bonk hopping around the end of the edge of the stage to avoid that, but it turned out to be slower, so we don't do it anymore. And we've got the pages that we came here for. So we're good. Now I'm gonna be trying to do a little dialogue skip. There's a dialogue that triggers, but there is a way to skip it with some fairly precise platforming. I need camera to be able to see this. Alright, go around it, and there we go, dialogue skip. Alright, so as I mentioned before, which is a phrase I've said maybe one time too many. We're going to be collecting the 2 pages here. The main page, which you always get for beating the stage, and then the secret page. Alright, nice, that cycle lined up. We're gonna be, yeah, collecting the secret page as well. Secret page is up here. Now, I could go under, or I could go over. I missed it. You don't need to open that, you can actually get it from the left side. You can go through that wall. But I had to do the backup, which is the normal way of getting it. I'm trying to stay mid-air because all those conveyor belts go backwards. And here's the end of the stage already. It's a very short stage actually. Yeah, anytime audio cuts out, sorry if that was audible. Something on my phone went off. Alright, so we're here. Now I mentioned, now we have our pages already, so we can just go to the boss door and fight the boss. But how do we get there? Well, by breaking the game. Like we've been doing this entire run. Alright, so by doing some bonk hopping here. Alright, now I gotta line myself up, because this is one of the hardest things in the game. I'm gonna take some time to set myself up. Because this is where the neutral bonk hops that I mentioned are important. If you keep holding the stick towards the wall, then you're just gonna slide because of how this wall works. Alright, we got up here. Now I'm gonna go around this to avoid another piece of dialogue. That's part one. This is fortunately the easy part. We just jump off this tree, and there we go. That is Hauntingham skip. I'm gonna stay to the side here, and so what I tried to do there was be in contact with the door as this cutscene starts. If I did it right, I did not. If I did it right, you would hear, yeah, that sound effect of Lucky going into your stage just before the cutscene ends. Now here's a little cutscene here that I'll let you listen to.
Over here, Lyra. I'm so glad you're here. How'd you get into the book?
Foolish child. I've been waiting for you, Lucky Swifttail. I really must thank you. The book is there.
So all that hard work, only for the book to get stolen, and now Jinx is super powerful. So now we gotta fight him. So phase 1, and this boss fight is completely different from the original. I don't even remember how the original goes. I just know the final phase where there's something of a maze, and there's an orb that spawns, you hit back at the boss. But yeah, he's gonna move the stage and shoot eye lasers at us. Because you know, every superpowered villain needs eye lasers, right? Tried and true supervillain power. Whoops. Jump. Jump. More shockwaves. Now he's gonna put the stage back together. And he's gonna change the elevation of the stage. And I like to get the high ground. Not for the memes, but to be able to hit these enemies. I'm gonna wait a little after they spawn before hitting them, because if you try to hit them as soon as humanly possible... Okay, I'm just gonna let myself fall. So, whoop, whoop, whoop. There we go, that's what we want. Chain 3 hits like that. I was a little premature. But yeah, the main reason I let myself fall is because you get a health back. In bosses, you tend to get health back as you defeat enemies. In this fight, you only get a heart back if you register a hit on Jinx. So I do want to keep my health topped up here and take this fight seriously, as there is very limited health regeneration in this fight. Yeah, more of the same. We're very close to the end of the run. But not of the showcase, because, you know, the little donation incentive that got met. Asking me to break the game even more. So yeah, once these shockwaves are coming in faster, I sometimes aim to clear two at once. Which just makes things nicer. Right, got the high ground again. See, like that, like the homing didn't work on that. It didn't work again. Alright, so wait a little bit. Oh. And 1, 2, 3. Now, in the second phase, he does a shockwave every time. Alright, 2 health for this. That's fine. Third and final phase. So he's gonna change it up a bit. Raise the stage already. And gonna shoot eye lasers at me. He never fires where you are. He always fires some distance on you, away from you. So you can just stand still and adjust from there. Now there's gonna be enemies and shockwaves at the same time. So I'm gonna ask Tech to get ready on time. It's not gonna be on the final hit, because there's a little bit we need to do after, which is walk into the Book of Ages. So once I walk into the Book of Ages, and and it starts to fade out, that's when time is. Now it starts to split up. So what I want to try to do is I'm gonna let myself fall to reset things. So yeah, now Jinx is also gonna be splitting up. So yeah, ideally you would just want to chain these hits time and time again. And that's very unfortunate. Okay, Tech, never mind getting ready on time. Because I died and I have to do the entire fight over again. Game, now is not the time. That's very unfortunate. I could have tried to save it with bonk hopping, but I probably would have run into a Jinx and died anyway, so just kind of get it over with. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it. This was Super Lucky still. I hope you enjoyed it. Not the highest quality of showcases. But, you know, entertainment. Entertainment is what we go for around here. Alright, well, while I try to do this again, Ulfin, you wanna talk for a bit?
Sure. Let's see if I have a couple of things. So let's just talk about the different incentives. So, what we're going to have to do in terms of runs. What do we have? Oh, we have a couple. We have the Mission Select Glitch run in Sonic 2006. $75, and right now we're at 0. If you want to see that happening, don't hesitate to donate within the next 3 hours, probably up to, let's say 2.5. Let's say 2.5 hours. Then we have the run of Knuckles Chaotix with the partner character between the partner character for Charmy, which is either SPO the Chameleon, Knuckles the Echidna, Mighty the Armadillo, and Vector the Crocodile. Right now, none of them have significant donations. So if you want to go ahead, and see which partner you're going to have to do to pick for the run, don't hesitate to donate on that aspect. And finally, we're going to have the run of Soleil's Dreams around 6.5 hours from now, which is to kill the hidden doppelganger boss. So a chance to see an extra boss that is normally not part of the run. Right now we are at 0 out of $125. So I would like also we would like to thank BSG for supporting this marathon. Before the current world event, they held bi-monthly gatherings in the Netherlands, and they have supported UKSG from the beginning by spreading the word, providing us with a channel to stream on during the bass sessions, among other things. And keep in mind, mark your calendars, there is another BSG event happening very soon, the BSG Online 3, that will be happening between the 20th and the 22nd of October. If you want to submit, keep in mind, if you want to submit for this event, keep in mind that this is open until the 6th of November. And as I say, BSG Online 3, it means that you don't have to go to the Netherlands to do this. So if you want to submit to the marathon, you can do so. And all of these events, including the
Then get
BSG
ready on
Online,
time.
will be streamed on this very channel, so you won't need to go very far to watch them.
Right, there's the book, and it's finally over. Time. Became a little bit of a slugfest at the end because I died so late on in the on this boss, but you know, preserving the memes because dying on Jigs is my thing. So you know, if there's any new Super Lucky Tale fellow runners watching this or watching the VOD, I got you covered. We got the memes. Do I want to know what my time was?
So the final time is 1:04:12.
1:04:12. I'll yeah, that pretty much matches up with how I think. All right. So I'm gonna close the game here because there's a cutscene. There's an ending cutscene that you get stuck in, so I'm just gonna reboot the game. Because let's get that incentive. Let's get that incentive rolling. Alright, so we can go to World Select, and Veggie Village is the place we want to be. Because we have a concert to attend. We might be just in time. Right, so the game remembers where you last was in the world, so that's where it puts you, so that's why we were at the boss, but this is the stage we want. Harvest Festival. And yeah, I said it before, this is the most broken thing in the game. So we have the Soggy Boggy Boys here, but the members are missing.
Come on.
Oh, that's not good. Alright, let's go find out what's going on here. Except we're just gonna ignore talking to him. So you're supposed to save these members in a specific order. We're gonna do them in reverse order. Just bunk up over that. Can I get past this, please? And hit this up. Grab this. I'm fighting my controls. Game stops accepting my control, and then the inputs that it last registered get stuck. So that's why you sometimes see me walking off somewhere. Alright, so yeah, that's what we need to do to spawn this. There's all kind of mandatory stuff. It's not where all the brokenness comes in. But don't worry, we'll break this stuff very soon for your lot. Put this key back here and go down here. Right, just quickly climb up the ladder, get it here, and do this. Yeah, this is what we need to do to be able to rescue this person. Yeah, so there's no cutscene here. Remember that. So that's the guy you're supposed to save last. Right, so wall's really high, but we can get over it. We can climb walls infinitely with bunk hopping. And go now. Alright, so we have number 2. So we actually are saving him second, but we're saving him after the third instead of after the first. Now there's a specific reason. Do a bit more homing boosts. Bunk up our way up here. So yeah, for this sequence we need to collect a couple fireflies. I haven't played this stage in a while. In fact, I'm going the wrong way. And yeah, this is the main thing that's that upsets us at any percent, that this stage is not part of it. It's not part of it because it's long. We still wish it was part of it. But you know, you do get to play this stage in the all main levels category. Alright, so we got almost all the fireflies. Right, so yeah, run on this to get this going. And then we have the last. Oops. Alright. It's fine. Don't worry. Alright. Now there's a specific thing I can do here if I can pull it off. So I've collected all 7 and you're supposed to start the cutscene if you're celebrating, but if you don't land on the ground and burrow, yeah, then it takes you until here and you can get this right away. So yeah, so notice how there's a cutscene here, and not when we rescue the final guy. Hey, you can see him right there. A little bit of a preview right there about what you're about to see. So now we're gonna save the guy that we were supposed to do first. This door just magically opened. Now this is an entire stealth section, but because we've broken the game, the shortcut you can normally get at the end is already here. So you can just go to the end. Right, now we get this cutscene. And now here we have the cutscene for the third guy that we actually rescued first. Also, yeah, check, there's 2 sheriffs with exclamation points over their head. And here we go. It's time for the concert, everybody. Enjoy. Alright everyone, that was New Super Lucky's Tale. On behalf of the Soggy Boggy Boys, thank you all for coming out. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed me breaking a game. All that's left to do here is talk to the sheriff. The main page will spawn and then ends the stage. Thank you UKSG for having me. And I hope you have a great day and a great marathon. Goodbye.
Alright, thank you for your run of New Super Lucky's Tale. We are about to continue with what run exactly? Can someone help me on that? Maybe
I believe it was,
we can help him.
So
the schedule is going to be Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Okay.
Yes.
Let's go with Donkey Kong Country. See you everyone.